All right, let's get a avatar draft going and see if we can get a cool and fun deck. See what we can do. Yeah, you have a good nap, little baby. All right. Beautiful open. Inks with Savior is perfect. It's exactly where we want to start. Fortune Teller is good. Glider Kids, Rocky, and then Sufi and Spirit Oasis are pretty good and interesting as well, but we'll just slamming and be super happy about it. Epic Downfall is great. Maya's great. There's a shrine, and we know there's a shrine coming around. I think if this was the red shrine instead of the green one, I might take it. Otherwise, we have Compassionate Healer. Do you want archers? Compassionate, epic, or shrine? I think Aang is kind of awesome in the shrine decks. I don't know that taking the shrine here is actually correct or actually a good decision, but I really enjoy shrines, so I'm gonna go for it. Shredder seems terrible. Iroh's Demonstration is awesome here. Path is also decent. Diley Agents, Lightning Strike. But you're just very happy with Iroh's. Good removal. Where are my shrines? We have Lightning Strike here, which is good. Long Fang is okay. Aang's Journey is reasonable. Barrels are reasonable. Cycle's reasonable. And Wandering is okay if you're in a go white deck. This is a shrine, and it is not the one from my opening pack, and it's pick 5, so it made it past 5 people. I like it. Very happy with that. True Ancestry, Aang's Journey, Audience, Lost Days. I think it's probably Audience. I think in these shrine decks you want to be green blue base if you can. It gives you really good fixing. Ancestry is also awesome. I think Audience to just ramp us so that we can get on the board and have good things going on. And we get a red shrine here. Huge payoff for going shrines early. And then we have that blue shrine from my opening pack that might come back around here in 2 picks. So that would be awesome. I think we want barrels, just make our mana a little bit better. Cycle could also be reasonable, or North Cold Gates. I think first barrels is better though. There it is. I mean, there's 2 awesome cards here. Okay. So for this pack, we got 4 shrines, which is beautiful, and then 2 removal spells, and 2 good creatures, and a reasonable fixing. So, really awesome start to this draft. Really nice brew that we've got going on. Teamer, Splash White, because why not? Aang's awesome. What do we want here? I think just Cycle of Renewal. Don't want any of those other cards. Yeah. No. What are you doing? Yeah, okay. All right, and eventually we will get some more cards. Oh, the Magic Man has every pack. Another lightning strike. Yeah. Um, Ostrich Horse is also reasonable here, but I think removal, especially good efficient early removal, is something that is going to be really important. So we might actually be red-green so that we can consistently have this removal early, and maybe blue is the splash. Well, not splash, but just not one of the primary two colors. Not just terrible, so we'll take it. Land is beautiful. Oh, off the metal bender. That's awesome. That's great. This is the exact type of card you want to have to make these multicolor soup decks feel worth it and feel really good. So, really happy with that. What are we hoping to wheel? Lightning Strike wheeling again would be great, or a Foggy Bottom Swamp. Oh my gosh. Planetarium. This is crazy. This card is insane and it goes in basically every single deck. This getting passed feels a little bit crazy to me. More than a little bit, actually insane. If this wasn't here, I probably would have taken Aang's Journey, but we might wheel it. So that's kind of what we're hoping for. Oh, now we get into Zula. Yeah, that's just beautiful. So we'll just be full 5 colors, play freaking everything, have super awesome rares and mythics, and try to have a just solid mana base, right? Because we have every color now. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Double Cycle is probably better in this deck than in most. I'll take a Sparring Dummy, I think. What else is interesting here? I mean, the only other real option is Cycle of Renewal, but Sparring Dummy is just better. Just to mill and hopefully get us some extra lands. One thing that sucks is with these mill cards, they can feel really, really bad when you mill your bombs, but you're just milling a random card. If you thought about it as a random card off the bottom of your deck instead of the top, you would do it every time. But when it's off the top, you have that mindset of, I was about to draw that, but it could have been any card. It could have just been a land, you know. I think we have some good early interaction, so we want to start getting some like reasonably early creatures. And this Death Toucher is super important in these decks. I guess this is the question of how good are our green cards even? Yeah, we want green early. Would we rather have red or blue? I think the green creature is just safer. I kind of want the blue creature. I'm gonna greed for the blue creature, I think. Oh, I really like Boomerang Basics though. I think if Boomerang Basics wasn't here, I'll easily slam land, but Boomerang Basics just essentially is an extra of whatever your best shrine is, which is awesome. Lost Days or Sabertooth. We don't need more top end, right? But we do need interaction. So we can take this. Kind of interested in a water skin now, just to help ramp us and make sure that we're fixing our colors really well. Yeah, this is kind of a sweet deck. Waterbending lesson, reasonable. Just looking for the Iroh in pack 3, right? Just get every rare that we can. We've definitely got a lot of really nice big bombs right now. Big yawns, huh? Hang on. It's okay. Try this. Just for a minute. Boulder's awesome. Do you want to go see your mommy? Oh.
You mommy?
Well, I'm gonna finally sit down then.
Yeah, that's beautiful. No.
Oh.
Did you? Wasn't she?
It's been a little while, so I would guess that she's probably hungry.
That's fire. You can't touch it. Sorry.
All right.
Yes, that's
On to pack 3. Sorry, my wife was taking the baby.
sorry.
What do we need?
That's fire.
More fixing? We could take Bossing Say. Or I kind of like the Aang's Journey. We don't have any yet. It gains us life. It lets us find our shrines. We only have the 4 shrines for pack 1 though, which is interesting. Bossing Say is so good. I think I want Bossing Say. Could be wrong. Oh, Earth King is beautiful. Absolutely perfect for our fixing. Great rare. Airbender Ascension is pretty awesome. There is Serpent's Pass. Interesting. Ascension. Airbend some of their things. Airbend one of our shrines to replay. I think Serpent's Pass is probably slightly better to take, but I think I want Airbender Ascension. Rocky Rebuke versus Knowledge Seeker here. Interesting. We are a bit more blue, so I think the 2-drop is probably better. We don't have that many lessons. We have 8 lessons. Accumulate Wisdom's kind of crazy then. Yeah, I think I'll take it, but we need 2-drop creatures so desperately. Aang's Journey is beautiful. Looking for fixing lands. Rocky isn't actually that good in our deck. We could just take Razor Rings. Fixing land is awesome. This is our 2 main colors, so it's like slightly less good of a land than if it were blue-red or blue-white or something. So, but I think it's still reasonable. It's really interesting that we didn't see any more shrines, especially after I believe every shrine from pack 1 did wheel. We do need to start making some cuts. For us, easy land. I guess Benders is worse than a cycle for us. Is this 3-drop in the 4-drop slot? I don't know if Waterbending lesson makes it for us. Another Accumulate or an Aang's Journey. I think Accumulate's just better than Aang's Journey in this deck. Just a straight up draw 3 is awesome. Amy Bash. I think Boulder could go. Another land. Still have to cut 4 cards. Razor Rings. Man. This is a hard deck build. Adjust this a tiny bit. Oh, Earthbending Lesson can definitely go. I guess maybe Spark Dummy can go. We need 1 to 2 more cuts. pull all of this out. Okay. What is? What are our creature cards? Effectively, that's it. I think all the shrines have to stay. Planetarium is staying. The accumulate stay. The removal spells. This is another feature. Ing's Journey is better than Cycle, so I want that. Barrels needs to stay. I think Boomerang is good. Little removal here, like that. 1, 2, ish, 6-ish. I think one cycle goes. Record does have a lot of 2 drops right now. Maybe a second cycle goes. This gives us, oh, this is awful on sources. What did it suggest that? 5 green, 5 blue, 4 black, 4 red, 4 white. Blue, green. That's kind of starting space for us. Go blue, green. Let's go up 2 green, up 2 blue. Would give us 8, 7, 4, 1, 1. Maybe that's a tiny bit too much. Cards are single hit costs. Go out real quick and then come back in to look at it. This. A lot of 2 drops. Good amount of fixing. Good amount of card draw. We go down 1 here and up a mountain. So we have a little bit as red sources go. It's unfortunate that most of the lands we got were black fixing. 7 blue, 7 red, 1 white, 4 black, 2 red. And then we have plus 1, 2, 3 fixing sources. Actually 4 that can help find lands. Yeah. Let's send it. This is a very spicy brew. And I like it, but hopefully it can perform. It might be a little bit too fun. Yeah, this works. Barrels. We have Forecasting Fortune Teller next turn. We can sack the clue, try and get some more lands. This Barrels is going to put so much work in this deck. I'm glad that we did draw land off the top. We just need to stay alive long enough to draw all of our good cards now. Meditation Pools, perfect. Yeah, that's fine. We can leave that. Black, green, play Kyoshi Battle Fan. That is interesting. No attack? Sure. I'll just sack my clue and draw a card. More lands is good. We just want to make all our land drops. Cycle of Renewal is great. Play out a red source, and we just pass. He didn't miss a land drop, so he has all non-lands in hand. Okay. So what he does is sparks attackers, nothing. Cycle, sack this. We have all our colors except for black, so we grab black, and then I think second blue is best here. Yeah. And then we're just gonna kind of blow him out of water, kill both of his creatures, kill his mana ramper. We get to get in for one. We'll bounce our forecasting fortune teller, draw a card, replay it, get the clue. And now we've got Kyoshi Island Plaza next turn. He's stuck on 2 lands, and we're gonna have 7, 8 lands next turn. Yeah, this is kind of brutal for our opponent. It would be awesome if he played top here and Earth bended a land so we could just Lost Days the land. Oh man. Opponent. I'm so sorry. I'm not. I'm lying. Yeah, that's... Oh man. That's so brutal for him. And now we can hold up Aang too? Jeez. Okay, he did draw another land. Yeah, I think we'll run this out. Now we effectively have 8 lands. I guess not exactly. We're gonna pass turn on end step. Now we can sack our barrels, kill something, and barrels comes back. And then whatever nice 4-drop he tries to play, we'll just hit with Aang. Takes him off a lot of his tempo. This is just really nasty. He's gonna do nothing. Yeah, just draw me a card. For me, I guess he could just be holding up a removal. Rocky review, sure. I don't think it matters that much. My like 10 bomb rares that I have, you know. Let's just go start grabbing lands out of the deck. Okay, Swamp Bottom, and I think we'll just hold up Aang. Okay. I think sacking the clue was wrong because we had the Aang to hold up. Yeah, I can see that being a mistake, and we know he's basically all spells in hand, right? I have my fortune teller. What are your Earth Village ruffians?
You try? Ready?
Pillar launch. Understand why you would want to do that so much, but I want to get my Aang out anyways. Sold out on the Aang. Okay, that's fine. Low your tempo. Nice. I think I want blue lesson here. Yeah. Get another land out and then draw 2. Ancestral Recall is looking pretty nice here. I have 13 cards left in deck. Let's just make it 10 real quick. We do get in for 1 damage here, but we need to start pushing some damage. Next turn we get Planetarium. Yeah, this is pretty nasty now. At this point, we need to make sure we don't deck before we kill our opponent. Azula and Earth King would be nice. Bender Ascension is not bad at all. Just activate it real quick. Yeah, I want some creatures, so this is good. 3 Earth King. Land. I think we're just going for tempo and trying to get damage now, so we'll spend you and lightning strike you. Get in for 3. And then we have a really nice board state. Yeah, I like it.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to be done soonish? Just for a little bit?
Yeah, it can be.
When do you have to leave for school?
Not for a while.
Is your bus at 5:30?
No, it's at 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you get home at 7.
No. Let me go double check, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's at 7. I am curious what he's going to take. King of 3 trials. Interesting. Yeah, no Boomy here. Zula. No Boomy. Okay. Spectre. Get to hit. Okay, Crescent Island Shrine is awesome. Red Monks. I think I'm leaving the last land. We'll kill this guy. Let's activate this. I think I need to hit a Azula here. Azula and Bossing say. Nice. That's actually perfect. And I can start flickering Azula on the end step. Awesome. Pillar launch.
Oh my hell. That hurts when you got mommy's hair like that.
We can draw. Okay. Just Earthbend on our random land. I guess. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can make it 12. I can afford to make it 12. Just rush these guys out. The end step. Zula. Something out of that graveyard. Sure. All right. Lightning strike and all lands besides that. Okay. Let's go. That was a sweet game. Oh, Flickering Azula. Man, it does not get better than that, does it? All right, 1-0. Let's just see if we can keep it up. Yeah, I think this is reasonable. Can get the white and then play top out after. I like it. Not necessarily our greatest hand, but it's definitely good enough. Excuse me. Hawksbearers. All right. You know, I was just thinking this hand is missing barrels of blasting jelly. I kind of wish I had 2 of these. He's on chest guy. Aka. Will be his discards will tell us a lot about what he has in his hand. And this is where you really want to know. So he only discards 1 card in his land. So he's saying that he has a good hand, but probably 1 more land than he wants, so we can assume it's mostly all spells. Which is scary, right? Okay, Sokka. We just need to kill that right now. Well, barrels just not showing him all the potential things that I could play and do. It's got to be one of the most surprising lightning bolts. Accumulate wisdom, all right. I want to run out top or Yoshi Island Plaza. I think so. I think the question here is: are we trying to have a faster or shorter game? Because Toph puts a ton. Is it Toph? No, Toph. Yeah, I was saying it right. Toph puts a ton of pressure on the board, and then it's a must-answer threat, right? Kyoshi Island Plaza is kind of the equivalent of just setting up for another turn. I think with how many lands we already have. Oh, we can't even play it. We don't have red or white. Silly, silly, silly. Red is the better one to grab. Yeah, we have much more, or far more red cards. So we'll pick that up, and that's great. And then we can top next turn, and I think I want to Earthbend on the barrels of Blasting Jelly once again so that we can activate it and have it come back and just kind of keep looping the barrels as a removal spell. Just another way to generate value and an advantage. It's really nice. So that'll be great. So we'll have 7 lands or 7 mana next turn. Top takes 4. We'll have 3 left over. Currently don't really have anything that we can do with that. Interesting. opponent is thinking long and hard here. He has 2 cards in hand. Watery Grasp. Is he going to pay the 5 and shuffle it in as well? Okay. And I think that's actually a good play by my opponent because he has established that he absolutely is the beatdown and needs to be starting to beat me down. Board 1. We can lightning strike that Dragon Swarm, which is something that we probably are going to need to do. Because that's his best way to kill us currently. So if we can take that out, we can kind of take this game over even more than we already have. Suko. That is interesting. Yeah, we killed Dragonfly Swarm this turn. And then we'll barrels the Zuko next turn. A forecasting fortune teller. He drew It'll Quencha. That's actually okay. I mean, I think we deserved to get punished there. We did have bad sequencing. There was no reason to fire the barrels off before we played the forecasting fortune teller. Yeah. So that was a bad play on our part. Definitely a little bit of a punt, but I think we should be okay unless he draws removal for our Toph this turn. If he doesn't, though, we just get to keep looping our barrels combo and killing everything he ever plays. So even if he kills the Toph, we have minimum 2 more barrels that we can do. And we can start earthbending if we don't have anything else to do. We are 65% to draw a non-land, and all of our non-lands are pretty crazy. I guess we have a few that are slightly more medium, but for the most part, they're all great. That's the one. Yeah, all right. With 3, 6, 8. I don't know why I decided that 8 was 11 instead. Well, I have good news for you, opponent. I think he can give me the land. But even that, okay. Guess what's the best thing to give me in here? It'll quench up. Can't attack for 3 here. So we're gonna do it with land anyways. Blockers. It would have to be all 4 to kill us.
Do you want any chicken nuggets?
Yeah, I would love some. Maybe like between 5 and 10. Thank you, honey.
Of course.
All right. Oh, barrels of blasting jelly, and he can't activate it. Kill my Azula or kill my top. Interesting. Kill my barrels. No, I don't think that's right. I think Toph. Yeah, he doesn't know about some of my flicker things that I have in my deck, and then he has no valid attacks. Yeah, I can respect it. And I think we're just nuking Sokka on my turn. Say goodbye. Just before it gets too big for us. We could attack for 4. Then. Okay, actually, we made a mistake here. If we waited to barrels after we attacked, we would have had 2 more lands and we could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we could have earth bended another land and had Bossing Say tapped. That would be better. Okay. He's in the just sack lands phase. So we can start trying to get in for a lot of damage here. Yeah, you have to tap barrels to sack it. Definitely we're supposed to go to combat first though. Built only Azula would be getting in either way, but we would have an extra creature. First King is beautiful. Okay. Nice. It's hard to disagree with your opponents when they concede and you just play rare after rare after rare. But that is what you get when you play 5-color soup. That was a close one though. He almost got us. Let's start with 3 colors. We can ramp into Earth King and then start fixing our colors. I like it. Kyoshi Island. That's a good draw too. Platypus Bear. Double land. I think we lead on audience. If we draw an untapped land, we just get Earth King. If we don't, Serpent's Pass and kind of have to wait a turn is okay. Yeah. I mean, what can you do? We could have cycled Boomerang Basics to the audience to just draw an extra card, but I don't think that's what we need to do. Sun Warriors. Very good. Okay. Planetarium, so we just need to make this game go as long as humanly possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we're playing Kyoshi and probably a removal spell next turn. I guess it depends. Barrels of blasting jelly. Okay. Yeah, we'll take some damage here. Tapped Serpent's Past, Kyoshi Island, and we need to go get a red here. Or is it a white? White lets us bounce one of those. Red lets us potentially kill stuff. I think red's more important. And Earth King is just going to be on chump block duty. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Untapped land lets us Planetarium. Nice curve out from our opponent. He might get us. Airbending lesson. Yeah, that is pretty brutal. just chump, take 6. Temple. What do we have after this? Upgrading basics. Probably have to fire off. Okay. A second red or a white. I think I want the whites first now.
What?
Lock
London,
the
when we have new.
Sunwards. Yeah, not the nicest position we've ever been in. We're so close to stabilizing and having an insane board. Yeah, all right. Just double barrels. Those are those. Attack with everything, so it's forced block, block. Double chump, go to 1. 2, 4, 6. Oh, yeah. All right. Good curve by our opponent. Dang. That was unfortunate. We were so close too. I wonder. I could take out Airbender's Ascension and add in another cycle. Maybe that's right, because there's not that many ETBs we want to hit with this anyways. The cycle just helps ramp us to our creatures and makes our accumulate wisdoms even better. Right, could be Boulder. Get another
I have
creature.
actually been 20 minutes, so if you want to work out with me.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop there then and go hang out with my wife. So thanks for joining. Welcome in. So I'm super excited to finish off this draft for this deck. It's super awesome. It's got lots of really nice interaction, splashing tons of big fun rares. Got the shrine thing going on. I mean, what more can you ask from a deck? So without further ado, we'll get back to it. We're currently 2-1. Let's see if we can get that trophy. We might get an opponent. There we go. I just had to complain. Everyone was waiting for me. All right. So I actually like this hand quite a bit. We've got barrels to fix our mana, and then Aang to just kind of keep our opponent off tempo and keep us alive. And then we have Azula and Boomerang it. Oh, this is beautiful. We're just going to have 3 colors of lands and the barrels. On turn 3, Firebending Student, sure. Cool. Turn 4, Earth King as well. Isn't it nice to just have infinite rares? We're not going to cast Aang here. We'll just take the 1. Aang is way too valuable to do that, and we can have so many better tempo plays than bouncing a 2-2. If this is all he's doing, though, and not playing anything, we will send that back. And he missed a land drop, so that's great for us. So there was an argument here that you could make, which was to play Foggy Bottom Swamp instead of the untapped land, because it could be Azula next turn. Oh, I think he's about to scoop because he hasn't drawn any lands. However, I think it's better to just get, Earth King going and the bear, and you just have a really good board state where you can tempo your opponent out. If he didn't kill that, we would have been able to attack and tutor out the lands for Azula. We can just wait an extra turn. I think we're probably at least somewhat the aggressor at this point. Spirit Oasis is great. Just draw me a card, play a tap land. Let's get in. Do I want Spirit Oasis back? I don't think so, because we have Azula next turn. And I think bouncing Azula after casting their things is probably just a little bit better. But it was tempting, because we draw a card, we can replay it, draw more. Right, card draw engines are great, especially when we have an infinite amount of big rares to draw into. Planetarium, Toph, I guess more temples. I guess we have a lot of our good rares actually already. That being 3 freaking insane ones, but you know. Okay.
Yay.
Okay. And let's run out the Azula. Gets me Firebending Student. You can give me Merchant or Firebending Lesson. Merchant. I can respect that. I think that's probably a good play. We just attack for 4. We are kind of in an interesting position. So there's always the question of, are you the control deck or the beatdown? And I think we're the beatdown because we have a much better board presence, big creatures, we need to kill our opponent. But we also have a ton of value from our cards. So we potentially are very close to the beatdown as well. We're just in a really good position either way. Nice. We will take that. It was unfortunate for our opponent. They got unlucky with their draws, just drawing, only 2 lands. But it does happen. Happens to me a lot when I keep 2 landers, so. Oh, and
So you're brave for ice skating while playing.
I don't have music going for us. Let me go get this fixed. That way, if there is a little bit of silence, it's not quite as boring. Need to enable that. Okay, what are we looking at here? This is an interesting one. We have early on barrels, angs, accumulate, forecasting. I think we're going to send this one back. Yeah, this looks a little bit better to me. I think we'll ship the island here because we have 2 mana, hold up both of these, probably get a green for that. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's a very good hand, so I'm very happy with this. Opponent, stop curving out. Tap land this turn? I don't think so. I think we go untap land because we have 2 possibilities of things to do with 2 mana. So we can hold both of them up and then play a tap land next turn, or potentially, depending on what we find off the accumulate, we can play wall top sentries next turn. I think I'm going to lead on the accumulate. Okay. We do only have 1 of planes in the deck, but I think we just have to take the forest. Oh, it puts them on the bottom. I was thinking they go in the graveyard. I'll run out wall top here. And next turn, we're going to go for a Kyoshi Island Plaza. You're sort of off to the races, but kind of need some blockers. Well, some more creatures, I should say. Yep. Get in for one. Aang is a good draw, though we can't cast it yet. After I grab this white source, we can. We don't have a Katara, we have Aang. Oh, we have Toph as well. I versed Katara with my friend earlier today with a different deck, so I don't know why I was thinking Katara, but I guess that's why. All right, our opponents had a really nice curve out. So if we can just stabilize, which we do have Aang and Lightning Strike next turn, so it should be a good way to stabilize. We're probably going to have to take this June out so he can't just sack these little tokens for value. He's not going to anyways. It's only during your turn, but it's not as a sorcery. Sure. Does seem interesting. I mean, that's tempting as well, but I think we need to get Red Up June before he just outvalues us with it. We can draw some cards and get extra lands out of the deck in the future. Yep, that's fine. Sorry, it looks like the music is a little higher than I was intending there.
That honestly might be good.
Oh, but now it's not registering at all. I think we can wait on the Aang. Sorry, I've got to find where I want this music to be. It's like barely registering right now. Yeah, we can just hit the glider kits at this point. This. Nice. Let's go get extra lands out. New source. He could have the route that makes us discard a card, so I don't think it's worth playing the Forest out there. Sold out on my Aang, yeah. That is good. I think Aang already did his job putting this off tempo. So now we get to run out Spirit Oasis, get an extra land, draw 2 cards. I mean, this is nice. We don't need more black. I guess an extra red is decent at this point. We're probably just going to sacrifice one of those. Oh, I guess I should have tapped a little more intentionally here. Kind of got auto-tappered. That said, I don't think there's anything super important to shoot with my Lightning Strike at the moment. If I draw Azula, I'm going to be a little sad. Okay. That works. Tap. Double. We want to tap green blue to sack this clean. Be in full control. I just wanted to do this the way I wanted to. Okay. Interesting. Do we want to just take the Trebuchet out right now? Yeah, I think that's worth it. So the other option is holding up Lightning Strike to shoot the Glider Kids or one of these others. But I think the Trebuchet is just providing too much value with the extra free attacker in the air that it's giving him every turn. So just run it out like this. We are, what, 72% to draw land at this point? I think this is a good attack by our opponent. He needs to start getting aggressive. Razor Rings, okay. That's fine. Gain some life, kill some of his things. And, okay. Let's sack and draw. Accumulate Wisdom is going to be really good for us here.
Oh gosh, don't please.
I'm appalled at the amount of lands we've seen. We have 9 on the field, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 3 lands left in our entire deck. He shoots that, okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. I think we just want to shoot the Glider Kids. And then take 4 this turn. I guess we could have let this resolve first, though I think it probably wouldn't have affected his scry very much. Oh, 2 lands left in the deck. Not a single basic for me to get with Aang's Journey, by the way. Which means my Kyoshi won't even do anything when it triggers here. We have Planetarium, Azula, Earth King, Toph, another Spirit Oasis, Cycle, which is just dead now. Oh, Meditation Pools. That's what's left. Okay, we got Toph. So that's good. We can definitely make this work, though it has been a little bit of an unfortunate draw. I think what we want to do here, we have lots of options. We could block like this, and he can only kill the token. But I think the better block is block like this, take out Cat Gator. Well, it's interesting. I think we want to block like this. It's virtually the same either way. I think this block is technically better. Yeah, because then his only choice is the token, which our Forecasting Fortune Teller is better. And if he has a removal spell to kill something. Okay, sure. Okay. Can I afford to play this? I'm drawing 4. I think we need to. Okay. Get our Azula out here. And then we get to see what he's giving us so I can decide what I want to play. I think he should give me Cat Gator. Honestly, Double Inspector isn't too bad, in my opinion. So we have turned the corner, but now what we need to do is kill him quickly. Azula on the hunt is really good. Play Top out. I think we are going to Lost Days this Azula. Then we have 3 mana left. We can play Audience. Actually, I messed up here. So if I would have attacked first, I could have hit the Azula and then played Earth King second main. Which would have been much better for us.
That's crazy.
What's up, Rye? How's volleyball going? Let's see. Beautiful. Thanks for following, bro. Can double block, kill his guy. We have to kill him somewhat quickly. We're gonna go to main phase. At this point, we can't afford to sacrifice the clues. I love top here because we can earthbend on the barrels of blasting jelly, and then we can just shoot all of his guys. Where we have 14 lands here. We can Earth King, Boulder, activate Bossing Say to Earthbend. And we just have, I mean, incredible attacks now. Yeah. Let's go. That's another good win. Good to hear. This deck is super sweet. Oh, so official. I mean, I kind of have all the things set up at this point, so this is exactly your and my type of deck. You know, the good old 5-color bullshit. Once I decide if I want to keep this opening hand, I'll show you what's in the deck. Yeah, this hand is gas. This is beautiful. Might as well call me Nummy. Something like that. So we have Azula, we have Toph, we have Earth King, and then we have more shrines, and we have an Aang. And basically we just have ramp stuff and removal spells besides that. I think we're going to go with the tap land. And so the reason for this, instead of the forecasting fortune teller, is our opponent isn't putting any pressure on us yet because we are on the play, right? Compassionate Healer is good. And what we want to do is play our Spirit Oasis. We're trying to draw land so we can Aang's Journey kicked to go get additional shrines so we can start doing the shrine thing and ramp into our planetarium ultimately. I think we'll kick to get the green shrine instead of the red one. Earth King is also awesome, so if I draw a land and I'm given the choice, I will Earth King over Aang's Journey. It just establishes a huge board presence and it's going to save us for a long time. It looks like our opponent's on a Mardu sort of aggro deck, so we just want to stay alive. Obviously, if we stay alive and just stabilize, we should win. Okay, so we have options here. We could Forecasting and Boomerang's basic shoot like his Compassionate Healer back to his hand. We also could Aang's Journey, grab a red, and then we have Lightning Strike, and we can strike the healer. I think I'm really inclined to just hit our land drops. Right. I don't want to miss any land drops. And so now the decision is between Forecasting Fortune Teller and Lightning Strike. This can only block his Fire Nation Engineer. Right? Whereas this can kill the Compassionate Healer, which is going to give him a lot of value over this game. It wears the counters from Fire Nation Engineer very, very well. And then additionally, it's a 3/3 that whenever it becomes tapped, he gains a life and scries 1. Ooh, Engineer combo over here is going to be gross, though. Luckily, Aang and Boomerang basics are going to help with that. Okay, we'll run out Earth King. firing off the Aang's Journey does suck because we can't kick it to go get a additional shrine, but you kind of have to do what you have to do to stay alive. Okay, our opponent's got a nice aggressive draw. This will be a bit of a problem for us. Lightning strike. Interesting. Okay, I think what I want to do here is boomerangs one of these back to his hand. And then we'll get in for 2. Our Earth King isn't blocking this Fire Nation Engineer anyways. And then he'll replay this Engineer because he wants to put counters on both of them. And we're just going to Lightning Strike the Engineer that he plays. We are 50% to draw land. So hopefully we will start drawing a few now. Because we desperately want them. Anything else? Okay. Interesting. I think Fortune Teller is actually what goes. If we draw land, Lost Days on the Engineer with a bunch of counters is our best play. We want him to target first and then we Lightning Strike. That way when he tries to put a counter on this Engineer, I guess if he does, right? He double targets there instead. We still just shoot this engine. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake. There was something I wasn't thinking about. If we would have killed that Engineer before the end step, he just doesn't get to target with Raid at all on that one, so this would have 1 less counter, which would have been very good for us. That is rough. We will just shoot and kill this then. It's kind of the only option we have. If we can draw some lands, we will be in a good spot and have a lot of potential, but until then, we're not having a good time. It's a blasting jelly. Okay. Man. This is rough. Lands and an accumulate. Do we have any outs? He just can activate his barrels. Yeah, we have nothing to draw to save us here. We'll just accumulate again for fun. See what we could have had, but we're just dead. Yeah. I mean, start with 3 lands in your opener and an Aang's Journey and never see another land in the game until you're already dead. It is pretty unfortunate, but we did ultimately play that game quite well. We definitely played around trying to get our lands and making sure we took as much pressure off as possible. And that's as much as you can do. This is an interesting hand. It has a lot of upside, but not any early interaction. We only have 2 of our colors. I think we have to send it back. Yeah, this is much better. The question here is Azula or Planetarium. Man, I think it's Azula. It comes down a turn sooner, so it can save us from our opponent having... Oh, you're saying send Azula, keep Planetarium? I think both are reasonable. The reason I kind of think Azula is Azula immediately takes away from the opponent's board presence. Even if it does get removed, it affects the board immediately, where Planetarium doesn't. And Planetarium is asking us to draw 6 lands so we can play it to do nothing that turn. And then the fall, after that turn, it just takes over the entire game. It's incredible. You know what? We could argue to send barrels instead. We have 3 of our colors. And we kind of have a game plan. I think we could get punished for this. Let's send Planetarium. The safest. I'm greedy. I'm gonna send barrels. I'm a greedy bastard. I know exactly who I am and how I like to play, so that's what we'll do. This is beautiful. I mean, we just drew a bunch of lands. Now we have. I I agree. The thing is, we have a lot of red early interaction in our deck, and then we have some really good white cards as well. So that was where there like was a big decision that had to be made. That said, like we didn't have any of those cards in our hand yet. We're just gonna pass. So I mean, that was a hard decision. It was a perfect 7, you know. Um, But I think sending barrels is the best just because our hand currently worked without having the fixing. Earthbending lesson, okay. Get a tap land. Okay. If we play untap land, we can play Boulder. It gives us a much better board state. Or if we play tap land, we have Azula into Planetarium. I think we just chomp this first turn. And we can accumulate. I think that's better. It just gives us a lot more upside because if we can just curve out into these cards on our opponent, there isn't a lot that he can do. Earth King is really good. Okay. Let's see what we find. I'll just take another accumulate. Play land, play our Azula out. He'll give us Pirate Peddlers, I would expect. And then Earthbending Lesson is what he has to give us from his graveyard. And then we do have some decisions next turn. I think Planetarium is what we pretty ideally want to play. But depending on you can sack a land. Hold on. I guess it is just non-token creature. I don't know how I haven't seen that interaction yet. That's kind of funny. I think because we have Planetarium to take over the game, we don't need the Azula anymore. We do need to preserve our life total because if we can just stay alive and get Planetarium out, we should win this game very easily. And Azula only had the Earthbending lesson anyways, which is kind of low value for us. Okay, that's a lot of power on board. Can we afford to Planetarium? If we Planetarium, we are signing up to take 10 damage, go down to 4. The following turn, we can activate Planetarium plus Island Temple. Plus potentially something else. Or we could play Boulder. If we play Boulder, we could also play Accumulate Wisdom. And this keeps back at least 4 damage. I think we need to just play Boulder instead. And I think our Accumulate is going to hunt for an untapped land so we can play the Planetarium and do the Scry on it in the same turn. This is a tough one, but hopefully we can get there. Just need to stabilize opponents, stop playing things. That's all of them. I think our best block here is actually the swamp because it effectively takes 8 power off of the board by shrinking the top as well. What do you have? I mean, what do you have? Azula always lies. Okay. Not a lot I could do about that. Learning basics is interesting versus lightning strike. I think we take boomerang plates basics. We need the cheap interaction. Oh, and we get punished for the barrel decision. If we had barrels, we could airbend his swamp. That's brutal. Do we try to Spirit Oasis to find that? Okay, so if we Spirit Oasis and find an untapped white source, that's presumably our only out, because that gets rid of both of these as attackers. So he's only attacking with these. We jump here, take 5. So that is our only out in this game. Let's get lucky. Almost. Man, that was unfortunate. Yeah, we just couldn't ever get the planetarium down. There was just way too much pressure. 4 and 3 is kind of disappointing for this deck. So I think the deck was really awesome. We had barrels, boomerang basics, double accumulate, a forecasting fortune teller, some red early interactions, our audience, an Aang's journey, Aang Swift Savior, wall top, 1 cycle, double spirit oasis, red temple, green temple, boulder, earth king, Toph, Azula, Lost Days, and Planetarium. I do think that what our deck was missing was better early creatures. I think we could have given up some of the more random things that didn't have to be in the deck, like think Lost Days or possibly some of the removal spells, or actually not removal, but maybe the accumulate wisdoms. Imagine if those 2 accumulate wisdoms were 2 more audiences or something like that. I think the deck would have performed better. We just needed a little bit more ramp, and we did have maybe the sparring dummy should have been in over an accumulate. I can see that being correct, or there was a cycle of renewal that could be in. But our 3-drop slot already kind of had some things to do. So, I don't know. Overall, reasonable run. As far as 3-in-1s go, I think I read the signals very, very well in this draft for the temples being open. And then I think I picked up a lot of the necessary fixing early on to make the mana base be able to work. I think as far as gameplay goes, I think I was very aware of my outs and the ways that I was going to win games. So that was really, really good. I think the one thing to improve on is I needed to focus on drafting more 2-drops, and maybe a few more 3-drops. Realistically, if we dropped our 4 curve a little bit and had more here, I think the deck could have gone all the way. So, really cool deck, but sometimes those are the breaks, you know?